Mrs. Crime, Mr. Wade, bringing you the stories. Stay tuned for a lot more.
Was sentenced to life in prison for throwing her kids off the Selwood Bridge, has died in prison. The Coffee Creek Correctional Facility says 45-year-old Amanda Stott Smith was found dead in her cell this morning. They did not say how she died. Stott Smith was sentenced to life or at least 35 years in prison in 2010, a year after throwing her young son and daughter off the bridge.
Mr. Wade out here, and Mrs. Crime. I'm out here in another part of Portland, going to a bridge that is called, I'm going to put the name up quick, you know Mr. Wade's bad with names. Selwood Bridge, Seawood Bridge, but it's one of them. I'm going to definitely give it a name. I'm post it up here, you know how Mr. Wade does it. So anyways, I got a good story for you. Stay tuned, a lot to come. So this is the walkway on either side of the bridge. Now you see the arches over here as you're coming up right over here. Now the interesting story, interesting but a sad story. So we are taking a walk over here to the Selwood, Seawood. Once again, I put the name up there. Now what's the story about this bridge? Excuse me, my voice is cracking. But what's the story behind this bridge? The Selwood Bridge, Multnomah County, Oregon. So I guess we're in Multnomah County. It was built in 2016, Board of the County Commissioners. So list all of them right there. Got some stuff down here. All right. Story about a mom that decided to drive this bridge right here behind me. So they wanted to drive this bridge, right? And basically what she did was she drove this bridge about between 1 and 2 a.m. This bridge right here, the Selwood. As you get to the middle of the bridge, you have a body of lake called the Willamette River. Now, between 1 and 2 a.m., this mom drove up, parked the car, and got her 7-year-old daughter out of the car with sleep, and then got her son that was awake. So she took her daughter out of the car that was asleep, 7 years old, and threw her over the bridge into the water. Now, her son was 4 years old, and he was saying, Mommy, did you just, did so-and-so just fall? Did my sister fall into the water? What's going on? Now, he's asking Mommy all these questions, and what does she do? She decides to grab his arms and hold him over the bridge. And he's still talking to his mom, and she drops him. So, about almost 5 in the morning, I'm assuming, they wonder where the mom is. So the grandparents of the kid's father were looking for her, the mom. Where's she at? She's not at home. Now, the ex-husband the kid's father said maybe she called me at some point. So she did call him about 1:30 in the morning, between 1 and 2 a.m. What did she want? They don't know. So the night goes on. Hey, good morning. So I'm walking a little bit further into the actual bridge just to check it out. Now you see you got apartments over here, all this territory over here. Now off in the middle, which is quite a walk, you can see the body of water. Now this is actually the Selwood Bridge, where Willamette River is right over on both sides of this water. The mom dropped both of her kids over the water into this water over here. Now, there was a couple that was out near one of the sides of the river and they heard some screaming. They heard some yelling. Now, back around that time, there was an amusement park. Now, the amusement park was over this way. Now, they thought it was just cries and laughter or yelling coming from the park, but actually it was those two kids in the water. Once they realized that there was something in the water, they got their boat and they actually went over to that actual location to actually see what's going on. Now they found the daughter. She was in the water as well, and they got her out of the water into the boat. Now the brother, they found out a little bit later, shortly after that, here's a brother, but the brother had already drowned into the water. He drowned, unfortunately. And from what I read, they were in the water for approximately 20 plus minutes. It's a long time. So as we see the Willamette River right here. Now there's water on both sides of the bridge. So this side or this side is where she got rid of her own two kids. So here we are at the actual waterbed, the Willamette River, right here. Now, in this proximity on either side, this is where the mom tossed both of her children into the water. Now, to get the story going more, it was around 5 a.m. There was an all news report on the TV that stated that they found two kids. Now the kid's father did not know that that was the actual kids of his. So they called down there to the police station, found out that that's actually one of his kids. So this is the height that the kids were dropped into the Willamette River from this bridge here. Right here is where the mom, supposedly this side or the other side of the bridge, dropped her two kids. One 7 years old and one 4. The 7-year-old daughter survived, of course, and the 4-year-old little boy unfortunately drowned. And when he was rescued into the boat with his sister, he was already been some time. So to break it down the story some more, so basically the mom, I guess, took off driving. After 5 a.m., all the reports go through. They get the the identification of who the mom was and what type of vehicle she had. Now the cops went out and looked for the vehicle. They found the vehicle in Portland at some parking garage near a brick wall. The color of the car, they said it was like a light blue, kind of banged up old car. And they went up to the car, and there was a lady sitting inside the driver's seat with her arm sticking out the window smoking a cigarette. Once they approached, she got out the car and started running. They actually tackled her trying to climb over another wall. They arrested her and took her to the jail. Now inside the jail, she states that she know why she did it. All she kept saying was, I've been telling people I need to be locked away. I've been telling my family, lock me up, but they were ignoring me. They weren't giving me the attention I needed. I kept saying, put me away. I guess before all this happened, she has been in a mental ward a few times, and I think she took it bad because she stated the reason why she went through this mental breakdown because she was going through a divorce from her husband. So they went back on her story to say that when she was divorced from him, that she wanted to go by and see her kids, but his family did not want her at the house. But the mom did let her go and use the restroom and go back and sit inside her vehicle. So she sat inside her vehicle and actually looked into the window of her kids having Christmas with their dad and their grandma through the window. So a depression thing. Wow. Now you have a big depression problem here, right? So what the mom does is, when they question her more about what happened, she states, all I remember is that I held my kids over. She's saying she held them over the same time. And I heard 2 water drops, 2 splashes in the night. Wow. So she admits to everything. Of course, she goes to court. She goes to different things, and they give her, I think I'm gonna put how much time she got. Now, eventually, she ended up dying in prison. She died in her cell. They don't know what the autopsy report's about, but she died inside her actual jail, inside the prison, her cell. Wow, what a story. Now, you know, the police do their investigations, the court do their investigations. They talk to both sides of the family. They talk to some of the mom's friends. They said that she was okay for years, you know, but they lived in a house together, her and her husband, and her friends described the house as looking like the color of vomit. So they saying their house looked like the color of vomit. That's crazy. But the car that the mom was in was an old high school car. So I guess she was using that, and then she ended up being her murder vehicle, right, of her own kids. But yeah, back there is a bridge where a mom dropped 2 of her kids, stunned the whole city, Multnomah County, and wow, Tombstone Whispers brought you this sad story. Stay tuned. So I hope you guys enjoyed this unfortunate story of a mom and 2 babies that she dropped into the river. I showed you guys back there. So I'm Mr. Wade and Mrs. Crime. If you haven't already did it, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Go ahead and click that like. A lot more coming from Tombstone Whispers. I'm out here in Happy Valley, Portland area. A lot more stories come from Tombstone Whispers. Stay tuned.